Well, we're backstage at First Midwest Bank Amphitheater. I'm Erin Carmen from
Hi,
the
Aaron.
rock
I'm
station,
Duff
The Loop.
McKagan.
Duff,
How are you?
yes, very nice to meet you.
Good. Yeah.
And I saw you at the Riv not that long ago, and you will always be etched in my mind as the man who has worn the lowest pants, and thank you for that.
Oh,
Lower, yeah. I was like, you have the most defined abs I've ever seen.
well, thanks.
It's like you're the only thing lower than your pants are your ab. Or wait, how do I say that? The only thing lower than your pants, where it's your base. But anyway, moving on from that, that's not important. How's the tour going?
This tour is the best tour, bar none. I mean, I just was in before we did this. Alice in Chains have a jam room, and I just went in and played with them. It's like it's a real brotherhood out here, you know. They're a band I've always loved, guys I've known for a long time, for almost 20 years, and the last tour that I was really like into all the bands that were on it was when Guns took out Soundgarden and Faith No More, and I got to play a heavy hand in choosing those two bands. And Soundgarden were friends of mine from Seattle, and they were just breaking, and Faith No More had the Real Thing record that just broke, or was sort of breaking, and that tour was killer every night. It was killer. And this tour is really reminiscent of that. And
So you had a chance at one point. Were you ever tour? Did you tour while Lane was still around, or no?
well, we never had Alice out. I've never toured with Alice when Lane was, never toured with like Guns N' Roses. Never had Alice. We had Soundgarden and Faith No More and a lot of other bands, but never Alice. So I was friends with Lane, and he was a great guy, really funny guy, really engaging guy, and that's a tragic thing that happened. But it's amazing to see these guys pick up and really claim what's rightfully theirs. I think in a place in a pretty heavy place in rock and roll. And they're a great band, and they have a great singer in William, and they're very important.
Well, I was talking, like I mentioned, seeing you. And I'm encouraging people to come see Velvet Revolver because there's so many. Just looking at you, Duff and Slash and Scott, and you guys are rock stars. And they don't, the way that the music industry is now, I'm not saying anything against the bands now, but there aren't, I mean, you are a legitimate, like a Joe Perry and a Steven Tyler. You guys are rock stars. And it's still, it's pretty amazing too. I get nervous just talking to you because Thank you. I feel much better. But okay, you mentioned 20th anniversary of Appetite for Destruction was celebrated,
Yep.
and how was it? Did everybody get back together? I don't think I'm sure Axl wasn't a part of that, but I know there was a celebration of that.
Well, it was pretty ad hoc celebration. I mean, Steven Adler had a gig, and I think it landed on the day the record came out. And whether they planned it all at the Key Club in L.A., probably, but for me it was cool because for us it wasn't a 20-year celebration. It was Izzy calling me and said, "Hey, Steven's in town. He's rehearsing for this gig. I'm at his rehearsal place," and I said, "Where is it?" And I just got out of rehearsal for this tour. And as it turned out, it was like 2 blocks from where I was driving, where I was at that point. So I went over, and I hadn't seen Steven for some years and talked to him on the phone, but he lives in Vegas and just hadn't seen him. And it was great seeing him, and we got up and I played a song with those guys, Adler's Appetite, and it was fun. It was really, like, it was Jerry Cantrell, Sean, myself, Gilby, and Izzy, all going down to just hang out. And to us, it wasn't a celebration of 20 years. But, I mean, it's not lost on me that this is the 20th anniversary of a big change in my life. And a band that really believed in itself and believed in its songs. And Hell or High Water, we were going to get those songs across. And it really seemed for the first 8 months that nobody was going to get it. We just toured and toured and toured, and nobody got it, and that was fun. We didn't really expect anybody to get it, and all of a sudden, with the release of Sweet Child, it went from the 17 people in the audience to the next night. You know, we were open for Aerosmith at that point. Nobody knew who we were except for our 17 fans. And the next night was 70, and it really went this quickly. And like the next night was 700, and by the end of the week, it was all 15,000 people there for us. You know, and it was truly exceptional and really cool. And so, you know, great time in my life 20 years ago.
Yeah. Well, and you're living the life that so many people want to live.
Yep.
And today, you know, how does it compare? Or, you know, I know with Alice in Chains, I mean, something you haven't done before, so that's a big deal. But, you know, what's your ordinary day today? I mean, you have that covered. You're a rock star. What else do you thrive on besides knowing, like, Japanese and,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, you know, really, my day, I'm just like anybody else, you know.
Yes, tell me about your ordinary day.
Okay, well, it's my wedding anniversary. I have my wife and my daughters out with me, and yeah, so wake up on the tour bus, have coffee. We were at the Greyhound repair lot somewhere, and our bus driver told me, okay, if you go up across an overpass, you can get a cab. So when you get up, look out the bus, and you'll see so we saw an overpass. And, well, you know, it was me and my wife and our kids and our bags, and we went up over the overpass, caught a cab to the hotel, and went to the gym and celebrated, if you know what I mean. Yeah, and came to the gig, and really, I'm living the dream. You know, it's right now. I'm happy to be healthy, happy to be here tonight, playing and. I'm really seem to be in the moment every song that we're playing on stage, and I think large part is this tour has really revived this band. It's a really special tour. Anybody who is not here tonight or who won't be coming tonight, they're missing something, because Kill Hannah really surprised me. It's another band, you know, just surprised me. Young kids who they got it right, you know, and so it's great to be here on your station. And
Well, thank you for taking a moment. And you said I just absolutely love Velvet Revolver. I love you guys. I think you're doing a great, fantastic job. Thank you. And congratulations on the new album. Nice to meet you.
All right, you
Thanks
too.
for taking the time.
All right.